Hey y'all, welcome to the Majesties. Today's video is going to be about inner child healing or inner child work or just communicating with your inner child. And appropriately, today I'm dressed in a narwhal onesie. I can't really show it to you since I'm only filming my hands, but it fits well because the inner child is all about expression and imagination and just joy, creativity, playfulness. But anyway, here we have your piles. For pile one, we have this card stepping through with the rose quartz. A lot of glare. For pile two, we have throat chakra and lepidolite. For pile three, we have journey to wholeness with the amazonite. And this is the Beyond Lemuria deck. So before you choose your pile, I'd like you to take your time to meditate and actually connect with your inner child. Just, take a few deep breaths, connect to a feeling, like I mentioned, joy, creativity, expression, playfulness, that sort of thing. Go back to a positive memory from that time if you can. And if you want, pause the video now if you need more time to choose, and I'll see you at your piles. Welcome, pile one. Apologies in advance. I had some technical difficulties originally when I filmed your video, so I'm having to redo it again, at least partially. So I might end up summarizing what I already said, unfortunately. But to start off, the fact that you chose this rose quartz leads me to believe this pile has to do a lot with self-love, self-worth, healing, love, relationships. Doesn't need to be romantic, just any relationship in general. Could be with parents in particular. And this card that you chose, intuitively, what I got from it was self-healing and diving deep within, vulnerability, being afraid to open up, express your emotions. Also, you're being encouraged to connect with your spirit team. And this card is also about overcoming obstacles, achieving certain breakthroughs, overcoming something. The number 11 or 47 could be relevant to you. With the top row of cards, we're going to start with those. I asked, how is your inner child currently feeling? And you got Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Hermit. Initially, what I got from this card was feeling left out in the cold. That's what your inner child is currently feeling. The need for connection, friendships, the need to become one and integrated with you. They do feel lonely, but they also know that you have the need for isolation. And through this need of isolation, self-contemplation, you can integrate them better into your life, your inner child. The next thing I asked was, what was repressed during your childhood, or how were you impacted during your childhood? And you got the cards on the bottom row. You have Seven of Cups, the Lovers. There's a lot of glare right there. I'm not sure you could see it. And Knight of Cups and Death. While I was shuffling your cards, I saw Death, but it didn't pop out, but you ended up getting it in your pile anyways. So with Death, the initial thing I got was you being forced to transition, to grow up a little bit faster than you normally would have. You didn't really get to be a kid. And I think it all stemmed from your emotions being repressed. Perhaps you weren't encouraged enough as a child to pursue your interests. There was a block to your imagination and creativity due to the things going around you. There could have been a lack of friendship and a lack of connection to spirit at the time, but not necessarily. It's for some people. And for with the Knight of Cups, what I got, yeah, you weren't provided enough emotional support, enough love, you could say. I mean, the people around you could have loved you, but it was just more like a lack of encouragement. Let's say if you wanted to pursue a certain hobby or interest, perhaps these people were just like, "Oh yeah, like that's fine. You want to do that? Go ahead and do it." But they weren't with you like every step of the way, like trying to push you to do something. Which, yes, that type of thing, a parent getting too involved in their child's interest could turn negative, but some kids actually need a bigger push to get things done, to actually explore their interests and help them grow and thrive. And I actually feel that myself. I have felt that. I felt the connection to this pile because I sort of went through that. My parents were and are super like caring and loving, but they didn't really do much encouraging when I was a kid. They were just more like, yeah, you do you, that sort of thing. And although they were overprotective, and I'm also getting that your parents could have been overprotective, maybe that's why they didn't allow you to do much and express yourself. The next question I asked was what caused this suppression, and I ended up getting the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. With the Ace of Cups, yeah, the cause was your expression, your emotions, your creativity, your connection to spirit. It was all repressed, one or all, depending who you are. And another cause could have been the paternal figure or the main figure in your life, whoever that could have been. But we have the King of Wands, so it's more of a masculine energy that came through. And this person could have been very strict and not allowed you to express themselves. Most likely because the same thing happened to them, I feel, because with the next three cards that I got, I had asked, how is this repression currently impacting you? And you got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. So yeah, as I was saying, since you got your Queen of Wands in reverse, leads me to believe that you're a lot alike in this person. You both could be fire signs, but doesn't need to be that necessarily. It could just be that you're both inherently, at your core, creative, fiery, expressive individuals. Maybe you express yourself in an aggressive sort of way, and they tempered that. Maybe you were prone to throwing a tantrum as a kid, or you at least attempted to once, but it was, you were told that that was wrong, that you couldn't do that. Yet you're supposed to express those parts of yourself because, as we see with, excuse me one moment. Okay, I had to take a quick break because my throat was acting up, which, yeah, it's another sign that you weren't really allowed to express yourself. You probably weren't allowed to scream, yell, express your voice. So yeah, in the Nine of Swords reverse, for me, what I got from it is that you might have felt anxiety and self-image issues. Not everybody necessarily in this pile, but for those of you that it resonates with, I think that was the case. Yet you kept that all internally to yourself, in your mind. It caused you nervousness and anxiety, possibly nightmares for some. And it's all because you had to keep that internally because of what happened with the suppression of your fiery energy. In the Knight of Pentacles reverse, what I got from that is what I got from the Five of Pentacles as well. A scarcity mindset. Perhaps you feel that you've had issues financially, with financial stability, security. Maybe your career hasn't really taken off, or you had to struggle a lot with it. Probably because of self confidence. Maybe if you were more confident and more expressive, it would have allowed you to elevate much faster in your career and your finances. But yeah, this is pretty much where I stopped the reading. So now we're gonna continue it, and I'm gonna do the shuffling for you on camera. The next thing I was going to ask is, what can you do to heal and support your inner child? What can one do to heal and support their inner child? Okay, we got the King of Cups, which is perfect because it counterbalances the fiery energy, maybe the angry energy that you had with this potential paternal figure. It's counterbalanced by the King of Cups, who is water energy, and he has a more of a kind, compassionate, calm approach rather than the King of Wands assertive, aggressive approach. So you need to be this to yourself. You need to be that fatherly or any type of parental figure towards yourself. You need to be calm and compassionate, kind to yourself, especially if you're someone who has self-image issues, image issues with your body, that sort of thing, or even your own personality, any part of you that you may have issue with. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. I heard practice makes perfect. Oh, and another thing I forgot to tell you, when I was shuffling the oracles, for your inner child, the main feeling I was getting is uncertainty with them. I felt this uncertainty myself while during this reading. So I'm getting that they're just encouraging you to go forth with whatever this thing is, whether it's your career, your hobby, something you care about, that you're passionate about. You need to pour in this Queen of Wands or King of Wands and King of Cups energy into that passion that will help your inner child come forth and be a more integral part of your life. You also got the Ten of Pentacles. They want you to be a lot more responsible with your finances and perhaps be open to sharing more for some, and for others is to not be so, I don't want to say giving, but do not give things away carelessly because he's just here by himself. Normally the Ten of Pentacles, you have like a whole family, everybody gathered together happily. But since he's on his own, I feel that he needs to keep certain things to himself. So yeah, they just want you to be cautious with how you give things. Make sure you're giving yourself to the right people, giving your energy, your time, your money to the right people, and to be kind to yourself and focus on improvement, learning, growing, practicing, whatever it is that you're called to do. And finally, with this tarot deck, what we're going to ask is, what does your inner child want to tell you? We're also going to get this from the oracles, but first I just wanted to ask with the tarot, what does your inner child want to tell you, Colin? This is great. You guys got the Magician. I think I'm just going to take this card for you guys in regards to that. So they just said, basically, the world is yours. You can manifest whatever you want. Everything is within you. You just have to look deep enough, which goes back to that Hermit card, which looks a lot like the Magician. I just got turn your shadow into gold because right here he's just in the dark. As the magician, he's in the light and he has everything he needs. This is what you'll become once you integrate that inner child. Integrate those playful childish aspects. No, I don't mean childish as immature, just childlike. I guess that's the word I wanted to use, childlike aspects. But let's move on to your oracle cards. This is just extra messages from your inner child. First up, you got joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Yeah, that message couldn't be any more clear. They just want you to feel joy again. And yeah, you achieve that through expression, playfulness. Also, I just got your guardian angels are with you, your spirit team, whoever you believe in, the little fairy angel person. Next up, we have, I'm using I think it's the self care oracle. I'm not entirely sure. I'll look it up later. But you guys got connect with your womb. So, yeah, in general, I feel like this is just telling you to connect with your mother, with a motherly figure. Perhaps heal the relationship with them. Maybe that's who that King of Wands stood for. And also mother yourself. Like I said, the King of Cups parent could have been a mother or a father, doesn't matter. Just you be a parent to yourself. Take care of yourself like you feel you deserve, because everybody deserves kindness, compassion, love, nurturing. And another thing your inner child wants you to do is plan a vacation. Yeah, they want you to take time off to clear your head. You don't necessarily need to, book a flight, but the airplane's right there. But it can just be spending time with yourself. Like I said, go into hermit mode, self-contemplation. Next up, we have attachment. It says, I release all attachments. Change me, divine beloved, into one who trusts that the perfect relationship always arrives on time. Let me feel worthy and deserving of love. Yeah, this goes out to the people who have the self-image issues. Maybe you don't feel deserving of love. This is telling you to let go of that. It's time to do it, to let go of that. Do the work that you need to do and get rid of that mindset that's keeping you from, feeling joy and delight. Next up, we have It Tickles. This is from the Happy Little Things deck. Yeah, this card is just about straight up being playful. I'm getting reminded of the Sun card. Yeah, just feeling joy, which, you already got in that card. Perhaps if you're a mom, go play with your kids, have a good time with them, spread some joy and cheer to them, be playful. Don't be afraid to be playful. Don't be afraid to, be childlike with them. I mean, they are children. If you don't have kids, it could be telling you to connect with your mom. Like I said, heal the relationship with her. Maybe spend some quality time with her, doing something you both, can enjoy. Next, we have family. Yeah, as I said, connecting with your loved ones. Perhaps some of you could be making a move somewhere, but it's just spending time connecting with your family, making sure you and your family are taken care of. Spread that joy and delight to your family. Perhaps you could all take a vacation together. And next up, we have I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Wow. So, yeah, if this particular person or parental figure, whoever it is for you, they hurt you in some sort of deep way, it's just telling you to change your perspective on them. to not let the hurts of the past define your life right now. Either you reconcile with this person, find a way to do that, to forgive them, because, like I said, the rose quartz is about forgiveness. But if you can't bring yourself to do that, because let's just be honest, there's some things that, seem unforgivable. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you feel that you can't do that, then it's just time to let go. Just try to put that behind you, forget about it, start anew, start fresh, move forward with your life. Your inner child doesn't want you to mope and weep and keep on going back to this shadow. They want you to come into the light, into joy. And by the way, I made a shadow healing video. So if you feel called to watch that, please do so. If not, you don't have to. Only if you feel called to do so. Next, I'm going to use this deck. I believe is Sweet Dreams Affirmations. We're just going to get a few little messages from it. First up, you got intuition. Through my subconscious, I trust my inner wisdom and intuition. Yeah, use your discernment. Just do what feels good to you. Follow that. The inner wisdom, it all goes back to that hermit mode. Find out who you really are. Learn to trust yourself, to forgive yourself and others, and or others. Next up, divine dream. I am divinely guided. My intuition shows me the way through my dreaming world. Perhaps you get dreams. You have certain dreams, and maybe those dreams are giving you messages. If not, this is just about following your dreams. Your intuition shows you the way. So pay attention to what feelings you get when you're following or doing certain actions. Now we're going to use these witchcraft cards. Your affirmations for children, so I thought it fit perfectly into this. Okay, some final messages for pile 1. Final messages for pile 1. Those wanted to come out. I'm going to take those too. I'm going to show you the images in the back. We have this letter. Because you're going to receive a good message I'm getting from that. But it says, happy poppin', I am enough. Yeah, just realize that you're enough. And with the word poppin', that could have been like a nickname for one of you as a kid. And next we have this card. Some of you could be into magic, witchcraft. Also, we have the moon right there, which goes back to the intuition. It says, flying broom, I can let go of my mistakes. Yeah, for those of you who are haunted by mistakes of the past, this is just saying, fly away from that, get away from that, just let it go. I know it's hard to do that, but I think through the contemplation and meditation, connecting with your joy again, it can help let go of those anxious and intrusive thoughts. But yeah, that's all I'm getting for you right now, Pile 1. Thank you so much for your time, for watching. And I really hope to see you in the next one. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. Welcome, Pile 2. For those of you that chose this card, Throat Chakra, Express Your Truth, and the Lepidolite. First off, with the crystal Lepidolite, this crystal normally helps with learning and studying, helps you cope with change and awareness, also helps inspire positive life changes, and helps with distrust, depression, and stress. So with you guys, your inner child, the initial feeling that I got when I was shuffling the oracles off camera was that they're very shy because some of the cards took quite a while for them to come out, which is the reason I chose to shuffle off camera, because I didn't want to take up too much time with all the shuffling and just cut in between the video. That also happened during my own reading. Before I decided to film, I did one for myself, and I felt my inner child was also pretty shy. Like, they didn't really want to speak. I also got the song Walking on Sunshine during the shuffling. If that's relevant to any of you, if you would like to listen to it, maybe it's a song that can cheer you up. None of the other piles got a song except this one. But with this card, what I initially got was, of course, expressing yourself is a big part of your inner child, healing your inner child. You have to express yourself. Also, it's about going within, finding out who you truly are, what you're truly meant to express, bringing change, transformation to yourself and the world, which is also connected to the crystal, lepidolite, the changes. I also got connecting to the divine, to spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, higher power. Connecting with your spirit team, angels. You're guarded, you're protected. You always have been, although it might not have seemed like you were. Just trust that you were. That's what they've been trying to tell you. But yeah, we're gonna first start off with the tarot cards. I got this deck, the Vivid Journey. First off, we're gonna ask how your inner child is currently feeling. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Like I said, your inner child seems shy. Wow, and we just got this right off the bat. It seems like they changed their mind or they feel safe. So that's how they currently feel. I feel like I want to get one more card at least to see how they currently feel. Okay, we got quite a few more. I feel like these might be too much. I just want to take... Oh, wow. Okay. With the Knight of Swords, I'm feeling that your inner child currently feels like they need to be guarded, on guard. They need to be cautious. They feel that they've had to fight. Perhaps you had to fight or have been in fights throughout your life. Doesn't need to be physical. It could just be, verbal, argumentative, maybe just fighting with yourself internally, because we also have the devil. Has to do with, temptations, addictions, desires. It could be you've been struggling with that certain thing, certain, negative behaviors. Doesn't need to be addictions, that sort of thing, but can be related. Also, with the devil, I also got that your inner child could be feeling impure. It could be something that might have happened when you were a kid. I'm not sure whether to delve more deeply into this, because I'm not sure how certain people would feel. But I'm getting for maybe someone, it could have been some kind of abuse going on. Could be any kind of abuse. I'm not going to specify. And yeah, and with the Eight of Wands, normally the Eight of Wands is, the wands are shooting straight. In this, the wands, they're just circling each other. They're even crossing each other right here. So it's just a lot of chaos, inner turmoil. And also the tower. The tower looks distorted. It looks like it's curving like the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of anger, rage issues surrounding. Because there's fires and there's lightning and all that. They're not feeling all too good right now. They're feeling guarded, possibly attacked. Like I said, some could be feeling of impurity. Maybe some you embrace certain shadow aspects, but you're just expressing them in a negative light, not necessarily a positive way. Perhaps you need to cut back on it. Because you also have these cards right here, which are giving me just this chaotic energy within. So that's how they're currently feeling. So now we're going to see what was repressed during your childhood. What was repressed during pile two's childhood? Okay, so while I was shuffling right there, I get why that shyness feeling initially came out. And I think it's because your inner child actually refuses to speak about certain things. Like I said, and I kind of felt like I had to hold back whenever I was explaining these cards right here. So there might have been some type of, trauma. But let's try to get a few more cards of what was repressed during the childhood. Okay, let's take this one, and you know what? I'll go for one more. Queen of Wands reverse. Okay. So with the Two of Pentacles, you weren't allowed to make your own choices. Perhaps you were controlled by someone. You felt like you weren't allowed to do things on your own. You weren't given freedom. Because I get that with the Hangman. Perhaps there was some sacrifices that you needed to make, or you were forced to make, or you had no voice in. Yeah, because you couldn't express yourself. You just had to go along with it. And this could have had to do with a maternal figure. The maternal figure could have caused this. And this maternal figure could have been overly protective, overly, nurturing, which leads to smothering. When the Empress is reversed, that's what happens. She becomes this person who just controls, overdoes things. Is not in a healthy way. I just heard like Munchausen syndrome. If you know what that is, look it up. I don't really want to dive into that currently. Like I said, we're trying to keep a gentle energy because we are speaking about the inner child. And yeah, with the Queen of Wands in reverse, this is what was basically taken from you, repressed through your childhood, is the fiery energy with you, the joyful energy, the creative, inspirational. You weren't allowed independence to make your own choices. Perhaps this is what's led to you expressing yourself this way now. Some of you could be like, you just don't give it, an F. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to curse on YouTube anymore. There's too much censorship now, so I feel like I gotta watch my words. And I'm guessing that's how you felt, that you couldn't speak your truth. But you know what? Let's move on to the next section. We're going to ask what caused this suppression. Oh yeah, I kind of went over that. It could have been the mother figure on this one. But also, since we were asking what was repressed, maybe you did not feel this loving motherly energy. You felt a more controlling energy. Devil energy, because that's what I got from this one. So let's see what caused this. This is what was repressed. So you didn't really get to make your own choices. What caused this depression? Hold on. Okay, there's quite a lot of cards, but you know, I'm just going to take all of them. First up, we have the Four of Wands. Something in the home, within the home. Knight of Wands. Doesn't necessarily need to be a person. It could just be just fiery energy. Yeah, there was anger, possibly fights within the home. I kind of got like a sibling with this. Maybe that sibling got more attention than you did because, like I said, this was kept from you, the motherly energy. Maybe that attention went to this person. And so you basically, you and your choices were sacrificed in, you know, in place for this person up here. They could have been a fire sign or just, you know, have this Knight of Wands energy. And you also have the Five of Swords. Yeah, Five of Swords, I just heard you win some, you lose some. And it was just a feeling of unfairness. And you have this woman here, and I feel that looks like a little kid right there to me. I'm guessing the maternal figure did not give enough attention, or this other person hogged all the attention. We also have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, that's a lot of fire energy. We have Justice. Yeah, like I said, there was unfairness. And we have the Six of Swords. Yeah, that could have led you to feeling down, isolated. You kind of felt like you had to fight your way through everything, stand up for yourself. And this is all within your home or just within yourself. The Six of Swords gives me this caused you to want to distance yourself from, you know, the people around you, the people in your home. Now we're going to see how this repression is currently affecting you. Like I said, it's made you cautious. It's made you think more, like be more strategic and analytical. Like you don't just dive into everything head first. You're more guarded when it comes to making choices. You also got the Fool. Okay, with the Fool, I'm getting either side of the spectrum. Either you're someone who's being reckless and on the negative side, because we got that from the Devil card earlier. Somebody could be a bit naive when it comes to certain things, but I don't think so much, since we have the Ace of Swords, which gives clarity of mind. So you could be extremely discerning. Maybe it's the Fool is just telling us that you need to incorporate some of this purity, this pure energy. Because remember how I mentioned impure? The Fool is all about innocence, a clean slate. Then we have the Emperor. The Emperor, I'm getting with that. Since we asked how the repression is affecting you, there's just a lot of issues dealing with controlling yourself, controlling others. There's either an over controlling behavior or the opposite of it. Five of Cups is just you being focused on negative things, negative memories, emotions, instead of seeing what's shining in front of you. It might not seem like there's anything there, but if you look close enough, you'll find something. We also have the World and Six of Wands. And since we're talking about how it's currently affecting you, like I said, I'm kind of getting reckless vibes from this because I feel like she's just exposing herself to the world. Maybe there's somebody who works in, I don't know, some type of, industry where you're constantly showing yourself to others. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, there's a lot of people following you. And I guess in a way it's affected you positively because it's like you don't give a fuck. Yeah, I said it now. You just don't care. You kind of have that attitude. And if you don't, this card up here is just telling you that you need to be more like that. Like I said, it could go either way. And let's ask what we can do to support and heal your inner child now. I can pile 2 to support and heal their inner child. Okay. With Judgment, I just heard answer the call. Whatever you're called to do, connecting with yourself, with a higher power, the divine. And we also got the sun. Find joy in what you do. Surround yourself with something that brings you joy. I know that's easier said than done because there's times where it feels like we lack direction. We don't know what to do. We don't even know what brings us joy anymore. If we've been so long in the darkness, we're just so used to it that we forget what that joy is. Which reminds me why maybe the child was initially hiding. Maybe they don't know what it's like to feel joy anymore. And you need to show that to them again. And that is by answering your inner calling, your soul purpose, finding that. And last with the tarot, what we're going to ask is, what does your inner child want to tell you? Okay, first up we got Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Ace of Cups is just don't be afraid to express your emotions, express your truth. Connect with Source, Divine. Page of Wands is to have a more childlike approach, especially when it comes to things having to do with, with Wands energy, like your aggression. Temper that with a playful energy, a more childlike energy. Also connecting with spirit, it doesn't need to be anything serious. You can also be like a kid about it. You could be playful, use humor with expressing yourself creatively. That's also the Page of Wands. Don't be afraid to explore new things, new horizons, new passions. Queen of Swords, they want you to remain this strong, guarded, calm, cool, collected individual. At least they appear that way externally. But they also want you to incorporate this Page of Wands. They're like kind of almost opposite energy. She's a queen, he's a page. Fire and air complement each other well. So they really want you to mesh these two things together. I sort of feel like this is you currently, and this is your inner child, what they want you to be together. Or maybe this is what you need to become. This Queen of Swords. Because remember, we had that devil energy and tower energy. Now we're going to move on to the oracles. First up, we have grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Yeah, like I said, it's about exploring. Do some self exploration. Take time out in nature. Read, dedicate yourself to, new hobbies. Something that's going to bring you this joy and childlike creativity, inspiration. Next up, watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. Yeah, find time to take time out for yourself. Just chill. Yeah, exactly. They want you to be casual. There's no need to be this serious. Like I said, you need to temper the seriousness of the Queen of Swords with the Page of Wands energy. Next up, be still. Yeah, they really want you to take time out just to, you know, meditate, contemplate. Now we have, let me move this to the side so I can make space for it. We have soak in a bath. Yeah, perhaps connecting with water, bringing some water energy, because we already have the fire and air energy. I was doing some rituals, working with candles and crystals, certain potions, that sort of thing. Doing some self-care. We want you to take time to do that. Next up, we have worthy. I know my own worth. Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows my own worth. Let me feel entitled to speak my truth with love. May I know that I deserve to be surrounded by those who value me. Wow. Yeah, they just want you to communicate your truth, express yourself. Know that you're worthy. You don't have to have those feelings of, worthlessness, impurity, that sort of thing. Because you're the fool as well. You have a purity and innocence within you. It's that inner child that you need to hold on to. Next, we have longing. I offer my deepest desires. Change me, divine beloved, into one who offers you my deepest longings. Trust you know exactly how to handle them. Let me know my wholeness and freedom most of all. Yeah, we were talking about feeling sort of shackled, and this is about being free, expressing yourself. If you haven't been expressing yourself, continue to do so. You'll find things, I mean, you'll find freedom in things that you love. Don't be afraid to seek out someone who will support you. Right here, she's with friends. Right here, she's leaning on him. And then we got finally home. Me, this card is about just as soon as you get home, just finding time to relax, like you were told in that other one, and soak a bath and be still. They really want you to de-stress. Perhaps find someone to clean your home if you don't have time for it. Okay, I was interrupted by my dog barking and a doorbell ringing. So maybe somebody's coming over to visit you at some point. I'm not sure if this is relevant to anyone, but the next card we have is this. It's a sunny day, and the first thing I heard was "It's a Beautiful Morning." I'm not sure what that song is or who sings it. It's a pretty old song, but maybe that's relevant. And yeah, this card I feel is just about letting the sun shine in your life, spending time outdoors, doing things you enjoy, connecting with nature, plants, tidying up your home, which I also got with this. Maybe letting somebody else do that for you if you're too tired to do so. But yeah, just enjoying and opening yourself up to receiving messages from, your spirit guides, from source itself. And then we have this card. Sorry about that. Had another interruption, but this is your final card. It says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Yeah, this is about connecting with source. And it's also about facing your shadow, integrating your shadow, because your shadow did come up a lot in this reading. And if you're called to do so, I made a shadow work video not too long ago. So you feel free to watch it, but only as long as if you're called to do so. Otherwise, no need to watch it. But if you feel necessary, please go ahead. Next up, we're going to get a few more messages. We got destiny, my dreams. Show me that I am the co-creator of my life and destiny. Well, I kind of like froze, zoned out in there for a minute. I'm sorry about that. I kind of feel like I have to gather myself now. And what I'm getting is that there's a certain overwhelming energy with this, darkness, with the shadow. It's something that's an integral part of you. Is actually something that's actually taken over. So the inner child has been pushed back quite a bit. They don't really feel like a child themselves anymore. And you gotta bring them to that once again. You also got let go. I am kind to myself and share my beauty with those around me. I let go of self-criticism. So yeah, if you're one that constantly judges yourself, just know that your inner child and even your shadow that stepped through, they want you to let go of that. And also it could be about criticizing others for some people. For somebody that just got that, like, check yourself, if you're constantly doing that, criticizing, judging others, let go of that. Oh, and I didn't even explain the destiny card, but pretty much what I got is you could have dreams that show you how to co-create and manifest, show you what path you need to pursue. Because like I said, that's an integral part of bringing your inner child and your shadow together. Integrate them together. But you don't necessarily need to get this from your actual dreams. It's just finding what sparks you. Sparks your interest, sparks your life. Any more final messages for how to? I'm taking this one. It just stuck to the top to my hand. It's this beautiful moon, which leads me to something relevant with the next full moon, the end of a cycle, or the culmination. And I had it upside down, but you got moon wishes. The moon shows me patience. Yeah, just to have patience. Give it time. The moon takes a while to go from new moon to full moon, as we all know. It's a whole cycle. So if there's changes you need to make, just, give yourself time. That goes along with all the other cards you got. Be still. Take time to soak in a bath. Take time to take a break. Enjoy yourself. You also got this card. And it says, painting with magic. I don't have to know everything all the time. Yeah, let go of that know-it-all or controlling energy. Like I said, you have to temper that Queen of Swords energy, like the harshness of it, because out of all the queens, she can be harsh. Temper that with the childlike Page of Wands energy. But that's all I'm getting for you guys right now. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Like, comment, or subscribe if you feel called to do so, or to watch the shadow work video. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye. Welcome, Pal 3. So, for you guys, initially, when I was shuffling your oracle cards, which I did off camera in order to save, battery on my phone and time on the video, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But what I got from your inner child is they had this sort of motivating energy, which is much different from the other piles. I was just like ready to go, ready to do this reading, to film all this. And also, while I was sort of channeling when I was shuffling the cards, my voice sort of changed. I kind of did like this weird, I don't know if it was a country accent or whatever it was. So that just gave me a feeling of being adaptable. Maybe your inner child wants you to play pretend, be more playful. Oh my gosh. Also, with the amazonite, this crystal is usually good for soothing trauma. Like, it has a calm energy. It promotes harmony and balance. It helps you express your thoughts and set clear boundaries. Some of you could have been called to watch the second pile as well, but you don't need to watch it if you were just called to watch this one. And it also encourages creativity and seeing from other people's point of view. What I got from this card, intuitively, let me take a closer look at it. It says journey to wholeness. Yeah, I feel that your inner child is just ready to become integrated into your life along with other aspects of yourself. This was a major theme in another video I shot recently, which was the shadow work video. So if you're called to watch that, feel free to do so. For some reason, I kind of felt like I needed to tell that to all the piles. I'm not sure if I did for pile 1, but like I said, only watch if you feel truly called to do so. But yeah, this is just about coming together with yourself, just becoming whole, because that is the goal. We're not meant to be perfect beings. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to do good things, bad things, all sorts of things. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything. And I got the number 33 can be relevant to some of you. It's a master number. What I think the 33 is connected to the ascended masters, if I'm not wrong. Not too sure about that. I'm kind of a noob when it comes to numerology. But yeah. And also, since she's naked in this, I had to cover her up. So it led me to think about vulnerability, being exposed, opening your heart up to the world, to yourself, to others. We have a rainbow, which also comes, all the colors, it comes to being adaptable to change. Water up here, it gives me healing energy. The star with the eye, your crown chakra, third eye, being more connected to spirit. So yeah, let's move on. We're going to start with the tarot verse. We're using the Vivid Journey Tarot. First, we're going to ask how your inner child is currently feeling. How is Pal 3's inner child currently feeling? So we already got one card right off the bat. And we had a few others. So let's see. First off, we have Page of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Well, Three of Wands down here, Knight of Pentacles, and King of Wands. So how are they feeling? They're feeling like they're ready to start something new. Yeah, for some reason, this pile feels so positive. The other pile, the previous one, there was some stuff going on there, some darker themes. But this one seems really positive. They want you to get started on something. They want to start something. So if you're currently feeling inspired to do something, to take a journey, because it's relevant with this journey to wholeness and the theme of this tarot. Just if you're inspired to do so, go ahead, take that journey, go on a trip or something. Do so slow and steady. They feel like pretty disciplined, responsible. This inner child, I think. I think you're someone who's pretty disciplined, and if you're not, maybe that's something you should incorporate. More organization. With the Three of Wands, is they like to see you grow, and not grow as in physically, like, from child to adulthood, is more like spiritual growth. And with the King of Wands, this is, the energy this child wants to embody. They want you to be the visionary, creative, powerful person. If that's not how you're currently feeling yourself, this is what the inner child is currently feeling. Forgot to mention that with the other piles, but for some reason I only felt called to do so with this pile. So remember, this is what your inner child is currently feeling, not necessarily you. This is what you're hiding inside of you, your inner child. This is what you need to bring out with them. So next we're going to see what was repressed during this childhood. What was repressed during your childhood? Pile 3. I wanted to say pile 2 for some reason, but we're talking about pile 3 right now. So what was repressed during pile 3's childhood? Okay, I just got this card first of all. Let's get a few more. I'll pick this one. And I'll go with this one. Okay, with you guys, there might have been some insecurity, self-image issues, anxiety around that time. There could have been some kind of upheaval at one point, but we're talking about what was suppressed. And I just got that it was probably maybe you felt during your childhood that you were missing this sort of coming of age moment, like this sort of awakening, because that's what the Tower also is, a moment of awakening this, the lightning bolt striking down. You weren't able to transition into, an adult. I mean, yeah, you are an adult, but you weren't able to do so successfully, which is why the inner child, shows this Three of Wands and King of Wands. He's well established. That's where he wants you to get to, because you have the potential to do so. It's just currently you might lack the direction and discipline to do so. But yeah, let's move on to the next section. We're going to see what caused this depression. Yeah, there was like a moment where I don't know, something got skipped. Like, you feel like there's something missing from your childhood. What I also got with this one is, did I say the self-image issues? But wow, it was on the tip of my tongue. I kind of lost my train of thought. Perhaps there's some memories that are suppressed from that time that you chose to forget for some reason. I'm not getting anything dark with this pile. Maybe it's just, general memory issues having to do with health or your mood more than, actual physical or, any kind of trauma or scar. Okay, we got the Emperor upside down. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that for this section, the Emperor reverse. So yeah, that's another aspect of you that was repressed is the Emperor. That's why the King of Wands, I feel like the King of Wands is the closest embodiment of the Emperor, because the Emperor is all four of the kings, but I feel he's the most that closely resembles him. So yeah, it's just that person that's, large, in charge, the boss, the one who's independent, the responsible one. They're hiding right now. They're on the back burner, and that's what this kid, this inner child, wants you to step into. So we're gonna find out next what caused this suppression. Also, the emperors could be one of the things that caused the suppression. Maybe a parental figure could have been very controlling. Maybe they controlled even what you wore. Because, yeah, that's what I was getting at when I lost my train of thought. That's what I was thinking with this. Like, maybe you weren't even able to control your own self-image, like your body, like your hair. You couldn't cut it, let it grow. You gotta always do things a certain way. So what causes suppression for pile 3? We got 5 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. So with the 5 of Cups, it was just, I kind of got some feelings of neglect, lack of encouragement, which I got from one of the other piles, lack of self-exploration, childlike exploration, because that's what I'm getting with the 7 of Cups. Maybe there was a lot of things you were interested in, and you just never took the time to go through that. And also with the coming of age thing, maybe there was certain things you wanted to go through during that time. Like, for example, maybe you wanted to have a sleepover with a friend, but you weren't allowed to because this parental figure was very controlling, very overprotective. They didn't want you to do any of that. They didn't want you to go out. They wanted you to be home at a certain time. Like I said, maybe they controlled the way you looked, even. Let's see how this repression is currently impacting your life. Okay, we got first up the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups together. I've shuffled this deck multiple times. And these two decided to come out together. So yeah, how is it currently affecting you is just, there's an imbalance. There's no integration between other aspects of yourself. Like I said, this inner child wants to come out. They want to be your friend. They want to be on good terms with you. They want you to be happy. We have just a bunch of cups going on here. Want some kind of loss because, look, we have the 5 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups right here, and then the 3 of Cups. Maybe there was someone you lost during that time, during childhood, and that could have impacted you in some way. It's one of the causes of repressing this inner child. You had to grow up fast, and somehow because of it, maybe you had to be a grown-up because you lost a certain parental figure. Not for everyone. But yeah, the 2 and 3 of Cups is about coming into full integration, showing love to other aspects of yourself, working with other aspects of yourself, just coming together in a kind, compassionate, friendly manner, because that's what the Cups are. And then with the 4 of Pentacles is, I guess you felt a lack of stability before, which goes back to that Knight of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. Pentacles to me are protection. And Earth is a stabilizing energy. Number 4 is also stabilizing. So yeah, either you need to find a way to bring stability into your life currently, or this is what you're doing, which, you know, is fine. Maybe those traumas or impact of childhood is what caused you to become this, because I asked, how is it currently affecting you? So it could go either way. Either you're seeking stability, or it calls you to be a very stable and secure person because you lacked that security during childhood. Next, we're going to see, what can you do to heal and support your inner child? Okay, that one wanted to come out too. We have the King of Swords. Justice. 7 of Swords. Knight of Cups and Page of Cups. Okay, for healing and support. So, yeah, they really want you to step up and embody this King of Swords energy. They want you to take a more logical approach, see things from different perspectives, from other people's point of view. They want you to find harmony, balance, getting that with justice. You have plenty of swords right here. And swords also give me a protective energy, but it's more of a spiritual kind of protection, I feel. Yeah, 7 of Swords, they want you to be more strategic about the things you do. Also be wary and cautious about certain people behaviors around you. Not getting an exact thing with it being next to justice. Maybe someone has gone through some sort of, you know, legal issue with someone. And since the justice card is upright, I'm led to believe that it will turn out favorably for you. It's just be wary and stay calm. And yeah, with the Knight of Cups, it's most likely is good news. You also have the Page of Cups. I feel like they're both messengers of positive news. Yes, and when it comes to healing, they want you to embody both the energy of the King of Swords and the Page of Cups. Because, like I said, King of Swords can be a harsh energy. Well, actually, I said this in the other pile about the Queen of Swords, because yeah, the sword energy, air energy, tends to be harsher than the other suits, and that's perfectly tempered with this little Page of Cups. This is about integrating your adult self with your child self coming together. And lastly, with the tarot, we're going to see, what does your inner child want to tell you? What would pile 3's inner child want to tell them? First up, you got the Knight of Swords. The Magician. The Queen of Swords. Wow. And the Lovers. Okay. Wow. This is... Wow. Wait. I just got that integrating your inner child is crucial to finding your counterpart. Because we have both here. We have the King and the Queen of Swords. And the Lovers. Doesn't need to be that for everyone. It could also just be, because to me, the Lovers is also about integration, like the Two of Cups. Aligning both sides of yourself, your masculine and feminine energies. Like I said earlier, be cautious, be wary. Because normally with the Knight of Swords, we get this, rushing, impulsive energy, but he's Doesn't seem that way here. He has his sword up and he has it like across his chest where he has a shield. So I feel like he's just more guarded. He's more cautious. He's not just jumping into everything, into the fray. With the magician, your child, inner child, is just saying that you have everything within you to achieve what you want. Just remember to balance out this sword air energy with the cups water energy. Basically integrate all aspects of yourself, like we said. With the magician, he has the energy of every suit of cards. There's pentacles, wands, swords, and cups. So yeah, for some, the integration of the inner child could be that it could help to find your counterpart. Next, we're going to move on to your oracles. First up, we have First Light, beginning a new cycle. Yeah, this goes back to that little page of Pentacles. Your inner child wants you to start something new. Start something brand new. Not sure what it is. They didn't really let me know. Maybe for some, it could be pursuing a career in justice and law, law enforcement. Doesn't need to be that. It could be anything. It could be a creative pursuit. Could be something to do with counseling. We had a lot of cups energy. And then the swords. It could be somebody who wants to be a psychologist or psychiatrist. Some type of counselor. Next we have connect with the earth. Your child just wants you to go out in nature, connect with the earth, ground yourself. Work with crystals. Since I see this stick on the ground, I kind of felt like it's a wand. So maybe some of you practice magic, witchcraft. If that's something that helps you connect with nature, then do so. Deep breathing. Yeah, take time to take deep breaths in and out. It will help you focus, help you connect to source. Just take time to meditate. And meditation comes in all different forms. It doesn't necessarily need to be be done a certain way. Wow, I don't know what happened right there. But yeah, it doesn't need to be done a certain way. Just find your own way of doing things. Next up, we have intuition. Yeah, the deep breathing, it could help you with this, with having a clear intuition. It says, God finds a way. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can offer all major decisions to you. Let me trust you're always guiding me in the right directions. May I always remember that if something is meant to be, out of no way, God finds a way. Yeah, this connection to source, it helps with your intuition. And then when it feels like there's no way to do it, remember, you always have the tools. You had the magician down here. That's what your inner child was telling you. Next, we have protection. I am safe. Change me, divine beloved, into one who is protected from all negative energy and predictions. Fill me with your dazzling and radiant light. Make me a vessel for your love. And now release all my fears I've absorbed from others. Yeah, with the witch work and the crystals that I got, maybe practice some sort of protection ritual, even if you're not into, witchcraft or magic. You can just, say a prayer, meditate, and just set the intention to be protected from other people's energy. And yeah, meditation, it'll help. It'll help with this grounding protective energy. Next, we have decisions. Perfect actions are shown. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can offer all decisions to you. May I trust during times of transition that the perfect actions will be shown. Grant me patience to allow events to line up as they need to. I just got Keep your eyes on the prize. Set a target and take action. And trust in Source that they've got your back. Next, we have Just Love. Just telling you to connect with that loving energy. Be loving to that inner child. Don't be afraid to love. Vulnerability. You see, was just out in the open, exposed. That's what I got. And we have a book or a game. Yeah, maybe this one of the ways you can connect to your inner child is by reading books, like fun books, books you enjoy. Bring books from your childhood or books that you wanted to read as a kid but maybe never got the chance to read. Or just playing board games with, family, friends, whoever you can with. And then we have I am the dreamer of my dream. Basically, that's just like the magician. You're creating your dream life. You're capable of doing so. You don't need anybody else. Perhaps you might need assistance from Source because we've got messages from being connected to Source. Maybe that's all you have to call upon is, God and your spirit team, whatever you believe in. Next up, we're just going to get a few more final messages. Let's see what other messages we have from Pal 3's inner child. Okay, we have 2 cards. We have Welcome. When I dream, I invite limitless magic into my life and welcome my spirit guides to show up in wondrous and unexpected ways. Yeah, like if you need help from your spirit guides, don't be afraid to ask for help. Maybe they appear to you in your dreams, or you could ask them to appear in your dreams. We also have experience. My dreams take me to wonderful places that are filled with wonder, delight, and joy. Wow, that's weird. Both those cards are about dreams. So dreams are very significant for this pile for you guys. Pay attention to your dreams. Go for your dreams. And now for the final messages, we're using this Wishcraft deck. It's for children, messages for children, but I thought it was perfect for this, regardless what age you are. We are speaking to and for the inner child. So let's see what final messages does your inner child have for you. Any more? Let's take this one. And you know what? Let's take that one too. First up, we have this one. It has a unicorn, and I believe those are fairies, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, with a unicorn, I'm just getting believe in magic. Have this playful energy. Surround yourself with your spirit team. They're there for you, to guide you, to help you. It says, be an animal. I share my world with animals which have all kinds of strengths. This could be about just connecting with, your pet or just wildlife, with nature. We had that card about spending time in nature. Also, just letting yourself loose, be wild for a moment, run free. And speaking of running free, we have this image right here. Have fun, go fly a kite, be fun, run through the fields, the meadows, I don't know. But we got windy kite magic. My wishes matter. Yeah, your dreams matter. It was emphasized in all these cards. what you dream, what you wish about, what you desire, you can make it come true. You have the power within you to make it come true. And then we have this. It says, celebrate the seasons. Magic happens at all times of the year. Yeah, maybe you're called to, you know, to celebrate the holidays. Maybe you're someone who doesn't put too much emphasis in that. Maybe your inner child wants you to actually put more effort into that. They'd like you to connect with that. Maybe that's a way you could connect with friends and family if that's what brings you joy. But I think I'm going to end it right here. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, or subscribe if you feel called to do so. Thank you very much once again, and I hope to see you on the next one. Goodbye.